I'm Alex Morash, and let's queer up students and youth culture. No, a trans lawmaker didn't call porn educational. A Minnesota Democratic lawmaker is pushing back against claims that she described pornography as educational for LGBTQ youth, saying her remarks were misrepresented. Leigh Finke, a trans lawmaker, faced criticisms from right-wing media outlets after opposing HF 1434, an age verification bill debated in a House committee last week. The proposal would require internet service providers hosting material that is deemed harmful to minors to introduce age check. During the debate, Finke voiced concern that such legislation could be used to censor a broad range of topics, including queer issues and sex education, while stating support for protecting minors from explicit content. She argued the bill must not restrict, quote, content that is designed for people under 18 to educate them about themselves, their lives, their community, end quote. She also warned that some might label the existence of transgendered youth as inappropriate. Several outlets interpreted her comments as suggesting pornography could be educational. Finke later rejected these claims, accusing the, quote, national right-wing lie machine, end quote, of distorting her words. Screenshots she shared from Grok, the AI chatbot owned by Elon Musk's company, stated Finke did not directly defend pornography as an educational tool, and highlighted her concerns about potential misuse of such laws. Age verification policies remain a contentious issue globally, with debates balancing child safety and digital privacy. Well, I just want to first start off, many people know that I used to be a researcher at Media Matters, where all we did was deal with the right-wing media. Yeah, they lie. They love to go after queer people, trans people, and misrepresent what we say. They love to just completely come out with nonsense. So I'm not surprised that happened. This also is like one of the most scariest issues facing us right now, outside of, the entire monstrosity of Donald Trump. Let's just have a fever dream that like this for 2 seconds. Trying to create all these new age verification laws is not really about protecting kids. Let's just go right there. It's not. It's about trying to find new ways to censor and control people on the internet. Whether they're trying to do this thing with the IDs, which is scary, but this is horrifying. Like, what is inappropriate for a provider to control on their systems? If we as queer nerds tonight, are we adult and inappropriate? We say all sorts of crazy fun stuff. It's not pornography, but someone could make that allegation.
Well, in Hungary, Viktor Orban, banned pride parades because he said that they were pornographic. He said that they, damaged the morale of the country. It was poisoning young people's minds. So I think I would say this is a slippery slope. It's not even a slippery slope. This is just a backdoor way of trying to erase LGBTQ plus people. And if kids can't learn about themselves, in the public library, because librarians have to disclose the books that are, being released. If students can't learn about themselves, in an ecosystem that is supposed to be about learning, which is the internet, where do they have to go? They really want to eliminate, identities of people, or eliminate language that helps people describe more accurately who they are.
Yeah. I think it's really important too, especially with the emergence of AI being in the headlines every day, that we also look at, protected information, no matter what the party lines, and, keep it nonpartisan, to be able to potentially entrap people, whether it's LGBT people or anyone, other groups. It's opening up a big Pandora's box.
Right. And I think that the story itself is that they took her words and completely miscued them. And if you read the article of what she said, there's the word pornification.
The pornification of America.
Great ideas, Glenn.
I know, I come up with them, and now I own it. But there isn't that lewd behavior or speech in what she said. They're just twisting it. And going back to your AI comment,
yes.
I mean, right now I saw, which looked like fun, you could record your voice and then you can sing to any song that they want you to sing to.
Exactly.
So they could put stuff out there and create what she didn't say. And it's so hard to tell the difference between a real story and a fake story. Any one of us could be, like right now, I'm not even here.
Yeah.
Are you?
Oh,
But yet with AI, I can be.
I'm
Even
hallucinating.
before AI, the far right, they cut and edited ways to destroy Acorn back in over 20 years ago. Then they went after Planned Parenthood, tried to claim all sorts of crap. This is just a classic thing that they're constantly doing.
Yes.
Well, they know that their acolytes and their followers aren't going to do any research to back it up. They're going to say, oh, this person, this trans lawmaker is, or they won't say trans lawmaker, they'll say something much worse amongst themselves. They're going to say they're supporting pornography, and they're going to leave it at that. They're not going to go for the nuance. It doesn't matter that she took a screenshot of Grok. It doesn't matter that the chatbot agreed that she didn't do anything horrible. That doesn't matter, because once you have to go back with facts, people aren't interested in those. So, that's the first thing they hear is what they hear.
I have to puch back, Brian. Acolyte is way too cool to describe a right-winger. Just lemming.
Lemon.
Lemon.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Well,
They are
that
lemons.
is a big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBT stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.